Hi everyone, Neon Genesis here with a kind of a small like an update video, a vlog, and just to kind of share with you my experience on my travels to Serbia. A lot of you might be asking me on stream, like, you know, what was it like, you know, how many transfer points was they, blah 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 blah. And rather than me like repeating it over and over, like maybe during a speed run or during a live stream, I decided that I would do a video on it so people can watch it in their own time. So I hope you enjoy. So for those who don't know, I was going to Serbia for a month, and this was to visit my girlfriend V, who goes by the name of veeplays. And the reason why I was going to go there was to spend a month there, maybe see what life's like, and honestly just get together with her. At the end of the day, she's my girlfriend, and I wanted to see her and spend some time with her. Obviously someone from the UK, I wanted to share with you my experience and what it's like from being from the UK and then visiting Serbia and the kind of cultures and the differences and the things that we did there and all that good stuff. So, well, for starters, as you guys know, I was streaming somewhere between 3 and 4 days a week out there. Now, there was some other, you know, things that happened out there that I couldn't stop that involved me from going from 4 days to 3 days eventually, which I'll talk about in a little while. But first off, I wanted to talk to you about my overall impressions of Serbia and what me and V got up to. So aside from working, my overall impression was that it's actually a really nice country. It's really clean. You know, there's going to be the odd house that's getting built or rebuilt. There's going to be some roadworks here and there. You know, the same as the UK. But it's a very nice country. It's a very civil country, I find. The people were extremely friendly, and most people, if not, I'd say like 80% of people, speak English and quite good English as well. This includes their 3 supermarkets, which I'm gonna not remember one of them, but there's one called Maxi, and I'm already forgetting another one now actually. So there's 2 others that I can't remember the name of now. But this was really nice. You know, as I shopped in there, you know, the staff did know a bit of English, and I was able to get by. And even if they didn't speak English, I was still able to get by with my very few basic words that I knew in Serbian and English. The general cost for things were quite low compared to England, which really surprised me. I think we walked away with 3 massive bags of shopping from this grocery store, and you know, in England and maybe in the States, I don't know, that would maybe look at costing us £30–40 usually, because you know, you're getting 3 big bags, and you know, depending on what you've been buying and such. So I was a couple of times worried about how much it was going to come to, and sometimes it was coming to like £15 and £20. So it really is much cheaper out there, and the selection out there was very similar to the UK. There was nothing, you know, and I don't mean to sound offensive here, but there was nothing weird on the shelves or anything crazy. It was just, you know, different branding, different packaging, but you could see exactly what it was, and you just couldn't go wrong. As for actual other things we did, there was like a little arcade that we booked one night, which we booked. And when I say arcade, it's not the arcade that we might typically think of. It was essentially a shop where you can rent out a PC for like 3–4 hours, and you pay money, and you can just go there and play on the PC. And on there we'll have all sorts of things like you know, like you've got WoW on there, and you can play some games on there, maybe like Overwatch and you know, those kind of stuffs. So we rented out this one night. It didn't cost me much. I think it cost us a couple of pounds each. And before this, we was like, oh, actually, there's going to be some market on in town. This was all in one day, by the way. And so I thought, oh, we'll go to this market in the evening at like 7–7:30. So we go to this market, and it's some local market where they have this lovely selection of locals who make you know, things like peanut butter, cheeses, different kind of beer crafts, and different kind of like spreads and honeys and all sorts of these stuffs, and different kind of meats for you to try. And it was really something that I didn't experience before. And I'm a bit of a fussy eater, but I really wanted to, you know, be a bit more open and be open-minded on this, you know, little vacation, this little visit. So I wanted to really make sure that I tried all these cheeses and, you know, these different kind of drinks and things. And to be honest, each of these stalls were super friendly, answering all these questions you needed to know. And they gave me a sense of that they were just more than happy for you to try as much as you like. So you could try as much as you like. And on each of these stalls, they have Instagram cards, so you can follow them on Instagram, websites, so you can order them. So if there's like, let's say, a type of cheese that you really enjoyed from this company, you can get them to come out and deliver them to your house, or maybe you can go to the you know, their place and pick it up or something. So I thought it was really cute, and I think we ended the night with getting a lovely juicy hot dog, and again, that was also really nice. and instead of getting some sort of beer or alcohol, which we were going to get, we ended up getting a cocktail, which I thought was interesting because this cocktail came from on the tap. So I thought that was really cool and interesting. I forgot what flavour we got now, but we both tried different drinks and tried each other's, and it was really, really tasty. So this was one of the things we did for just one day. And again, I don't think we, other than the drink and the food, we didn't pay for anything at the market. Everything else was just, you tried it for free and then walked away with something nice. So really nice experience, and really nice to feel a part of the community and, going around with these locals and stuff. It was a really good experience. Another day we went to something called the Fortress, which I'll show some footage on the screen here of what this fortress is like. Now, the weather we had that day was lovely. We'd actually made it just before, sunset. So we actually timed it so well, and we couldn't have chosen a more better day to go, and more certainly a more better time to go. We actually got these, and I don't like to be gushy here, but we got these really romantic pictures of us in the, on this fortress, and it was, this beaming orange sun because it was sunset, and we watched this sunset go down, and we got some lovely pictures together. It was just a really romantic thing to do, and it really made that night and that day just feel really special. Ironically, I remember I was actually doing a speedrun that day, and the speedrunner died early, and I said to my stream, like, oh, I'm going to end a bit early and spend time with V, and I'm really, really happy I did that because, at the end of the day, I was only out there for 1 month. I wanted to make the most of the time I was out there. But this opportunity, I'm really glad that I took this opportunity, and rather than me resetting a run or doing something else, I'm really happy that I took the moment to have a special moment with V there. Other times it was just days off, walking around, the town or the city itself, and seeing what it has to offer, going to some malls and checking out some other malls. Another day we went to a little village and stuff like that. It was just really nice. The general cost of things like getting the bus was relatively cheap. Again, for a guy who lives in England, it was just really, really cheap to grab the bus. Some buses are, you just pay, you get on and you say 1, and you can get off like 10 stops later or 20, and it'll still cost the same price. But I am aware that certain buses will let you jump on, you pay the money, and you will pay per distance, which is what the UK commonly do as well. Tonight, another one of my speedruns on my streams was ending early, and V was like, since you've ended early, do you want to go for some dinner somewhere? So we were like, yeah, let's go for dinner. And it was quite local, it was like 10 minutes away, and so we went to this, this restaurant, and we got like a cheese board, like it was like essentially a chopping board with loads of different types of cheeses, some blue cheese and some regular cheese and stuff, and these came with like sultanas and some nuts and some lettuce, cherry tomatoes, and I can't remember how much this cost now, but it wasn't much. And this was just kind of also one of those kind of like romantic things to do, to just have these cheeses together, do some cheese tasting, and me not being much of a cheese taster, I do love my cheeses, but not really one to say that I'm cheese tasting. It was a really nice experience to try these different cheeses, and I think we got some, like, I forgot the name of it, but it was like, it came up with like 6 slices. I'm gonna call it pizza. It wasn't pizza though, it was something similar with cheese and something else with like some onions and stuff on it. That was really, really tasty, and we both just got each other a cocktail, and we just sat there and just vibed and enjoyed the night. And it was just a really, really nice and lovely evening. And again, since my stream had either ended a bit early, it was just nice to make the most of that evening and having a few hours out, and yeah, it was just a really nice experience. I think another day, it was a daytime, and I remember it was blazing hot. It was like 38 to 40 degrees, and we decided we wanted to go out for just a few hours. It is quite too hot to stay outside in. We took the bus one day, and we ended up going to the city centre, and along these city centres, you'll have lots of outdoor seatings with loads and loads of parasols, and they'll have like a mist that flows and sprays out a little bit to keep you cool. Not enough to soak you, but enough to just keep your face wet to cool you down. And so that was really kind of really nice, and we found this place that had a bit of mist, a bit of water mist that came out. We got ourselves an iced coffee, and we just relaxed there and enjoyed ourselves there, and we just stayed there for 30-40 minutes or so, and And something I really enjoyed there is like, you know, even if you paid your bill to a particular place, I'm not saying this is everywhere since I've not eaten everywhere, but if you just sat there and you've paid your bill, you're still able to just sit at that chair. They're not going to kick you out. They're not going to say, well, you've paid your bill, can you leave now? You know, you can still sit there and maybe, let's say, continue your drink or whatever else. You know, they're not rushing you out. And something also which I really enjoyed, something else which I really enjoyed as a coffee drinker is anytime you ordered a coffee, they would always bring you a glass of water as well, which is really nice. Now, obviously, granted, this will be tap water, but it was still really, really nice that they brought this tap water over so you could kind of cleanse your palate and, you know, I don't know, it was just really, really nice. Something I didn't do but I've heard about is that if you go to the cinema there, everything is in English, but you'll have some like dub. Now, if I'm not mistaken, something I didn't do, and I might have this information wrong, is that if I was going to go to the cinema there, I would be able to watch it in English, but I think there would be some Serbian subtitles, if I'm not mistaken. So again, typical in general life out there is actually kind of almost accommodated to a Brit or to someone, you know, American or English anyway. So yeah, that was my experience. I hope you don't mind some footage on screen of what it was like, you know. If you want to know about my Flixbus journey, what it's like, and maybe this is something that you want to try, I have got another video, you can check it out as well. And yeah, Serbia was lovely though. Thank you, Serbia, for having me, and thank you, V, for looking after me and for making my 1 month stay there really, really special. I know I was working out there Twitch streaming, but the internet was phenomenal. It was incredible. I don't think we ever had an internet issue there. You know, we had to do a bit of accommodating since we were sharing one PC to work from, but at the end of the day, it was a really fun time. And you know, we did have some unprecedented things that happened in there, like V having to move out and packing up and stuff like that, but I still had a really good experience. And again, from my community, thank you so much for being patient while I was out there, being a bit more accommodating to my shifting schedule. I did my best to still keep the streams coming out, and yeah, thank you for, you know, tuning in, hanging out, and continuing to support as always. And I hope you enjoyed my little bit of a vlog here of what it was like in Serbia. As always, thank you so much for watching. Happy traveling. Wait, happy gaming. See you soon.